Welcome back to the PBA. Before we open the second quarter, pag-usapan muna natin si R.R. Garcia. Now, his first game in this conference against NLEX meant a lot to him dahil ginawa daw siyang starter kahit na he was fresh off a shoulder injury. Now, that trust given to him means a lot to him kaya daw tumaas ang kanyang confidence level. Plus, he said that it makes him want to recover much faster from his shoulder injury. Now, let's turn you over to our panel.
Thank you, Shell, as we begin our second quarter.
Napakalaking bagay nun. When your coaches trust you, ano yun, dinadala mo yun eh. I was actually talking to Willie Wilson as well at sinabi niya sa akin, sige, pagkatapos niya.
Of course, simulan na po nating pangalawang quarter para sa tagisan ng tunay na lakas, Cobra. Gusto ko pa, you were saying, Dom.
Nakausap ko rin ito si Willie Wilson and I said, you know, ang ganda nung linaro mo in the previous conference. You know, you're at your age, di ba? Ang ganda eh, parang na-revive yung career mo. Sabi niya, alam mo, it really starts from the top. The coaches spoke to him and, you know, it feels like when you're putting in the hard work, alam mo may pupuntahan kayo, alam mo may kayo nahihitnan na magbubunga yun. Meaning, they will give you the time on the floor to be able to show what you've been practicing in the off-season and extra work na ginagawa mo after practice.
Of course, itong si R.R. Garcia, nung uling komperensya, ang ganda ng pinakita ng Meralco ball. Then he suffered from that shoulder injury and then that's when everything started going down for the, well, now Phoenix Fuel Masters. Immediately given the start and immediately paying dividends para sa kanila.
Well, alam mo naman, napaka-talented nitong si R.R. Garcia. So, you know, if you're the coaching staff, you're really just trying to see ano ba kailangan nitong batang to para gumanda ulit yung laro.
That three-point shot was brought to you by Oppo F1 Selfie Experts. Sa simula ng ating second quarter, 9-point advantage na po para sa Phoenix Fuel Masters. Amer, naghanap ng kaibigan dito. Dillinger inside to Raba Al-Husseini, who will score off the glass. First 2 points of the game for Raba. Montfort. Ayan na kay Pinisi. Binagsak kay Brondial. Oh, and Raba with a block. Brondial will try again. David on the other end. Pull-up jumper is good.
Well, Gary David really more comfortable when he's out in the open court trying to get his 2 points.
One of the best rhythm shooters in the league. Iba yung tira ni Gary pag may dalawang dribbles.
No? Galing sa buwelo.
Oh. Brondial hooping the harm for him and he'll head to the free throw line. Man bun and all. It helps. You know, 1, 2, pull-up jumper, Gary David. Grabe.
Nakakakuha siya ng timing when it's off that dribble. Plus, he's able to be in control of the situation. When you're coming off a screen, hinahanap mo pa yung bumabantay sa'yo kung sino help sa'yo eh. But when you're dribbling that basketball, you can either go left or right. Oh, Raba Al-Husseini may have twisted his ankle. Lalo yung kakagaling pa lang, tapos you're working your way, you're about 80-85%, tapos ganun ulit mangyayari.
Oh, Gary David feeling it right now, hitting that three-point shot. It's brought to you by Oppo F1 Selfie Expert.
8 points now for Gary David. And you want that because now it will extend the defense. When that defense extends, that will give a little bit more space for their import.
Apat na po yung kalamangan ng Phoenix Fuel Masters. Unting-unti na lumalapit itong Meralco Bolts. Slowly chipping away. Montfort trying to keep that alive, and he does. Kontra kay Anjo Karam now. Montfort can't get that in. Urbistondo, putback is still no go. Anjo Karam as the two former San Beda Red Lion backcourts just exchanging for each other. Basera Mer and Karam.
Getting lucky that time was Meralco. Na naipit ito si Gary David at natawagan pa ng foul ang Phoenix. Because that wasn't really a clear pass.
David will inbound to Karam. It is Karam, Bono, Dillinger, Onuaku, and David. Montfort steal galing sa likod. Finding Urbistondo, Brondial will finish. Great fast break transition there for the Phoenix Fuel Masters.
So Phoenix already with 6 fast break points so far in the basketball game.
Bono, naipit dun. At tumatakbo na ulit ang Phoenix Fuel Masters. Purbistondo for 3. Cannot finish. Bono kukuha ng rebound. And Meralco with the counterattack. Got him. Jumper. Still nothing there.
Well, Gary David was on the left side wanting that basketball because he already has 8 points.
Turnovers on both ends have Meralco with possession again. Bono jumper. Bread and butter niya yun, pero di niya mapasok.
Oh, yung face-up jumper niya from about 17 feet.
And you gotta love Ken Bono back on the lineup, no?
Tagal din nawala nitong si Ken Bono. 3 years yata bago siya na-line up ulit dito sa PBA.
Just kept putting in that hard work. Kept shedding off pounds here and there.
It looks like he could shed off a little bit more.
Transition, dito man ako mabagal nga yung ano eh. Mabagal eh. Alright.
Show TV Monday games will be aired Tuesday,
Come down.
8:30
What's up,
p.m. to
what's up?
12
Look,
midnight. Tuesday games
Come down, let's run thumbs down, but I want to cross screen this way.
Thursday games Fridays,
This way,
8:30
pin down.
to 12
Thumbs down,
midnight.
thumbs up.
To know more about
Thumbs up,
PBA
thumbs up.
D-League, visit www.pbadleague.net.
Let's try this. You come down the floor. All right. They're gonna pass you the basketball. Pass it, Ken. You go. Stagger. You'll be at the top of the stagger. Who's the other big? Who's the other big? It's you.
Nagbabalik po ang inyong PBA live on TV5 from inside the Araneta Coliseum. At na-injure kanina si Raba Oluseni. Punta natin si Michelle Guevara for an update.
Alam mo, Aaron, kahit ako napapaaray just looking at Raba Husseini holding on to his right foot while he is in extreme pain. Well, the Meralco coaching staff is saying it is just a right ankle sprain. But right now, bago man itape ang kanyang paa, what Rabe wants is mag-subside muna yung sakit ng kanyang paa. Back to you.
Thank you, Sel. That means that it was not taped up in the first place.
Well, some players don't really like
They
tape.
don't. Did you
Hindi
like
sila
it?
makagalaw. Ako hindi, ako tape.
Tape na kailangan.
Tape talaga.
Panigurado naman.
Sanayin ko na lang. No, kasi the tape will really, it supports your ankles,
Yes.
a lot more. At before nga, with certain teams that I played with, mapafine ka pag hindi ka nakatape.
Ah, really? Ang alam ko itong si Raba was not really a fan of the tape ever since before.
Well, 2 schools of thought. Pag nakatape, masyado kang,
Constraint ba
hindi,
yung...
not necessarily constrained, pero titignan mo kasi na, okay, hihina yung ankle mo kasi hindi lumalakas.
Yun.
Because may suporta parate.
Oo.
But, when you talk to the doctors as well, mabuti na yung may suporta. It will, let's say, if it's instead of out of 1 to 10 yung sprain mo, baka 3 lang kung nakatape ka. Kung hindi ka nakatape, baka umabot ng 6 or 7 yun.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here with Raba Oluseni. Siyempre, we're hoping na makakabalik siya kaagad dito sa ating laro. Montfort for 3. Rebound for Cliff Hodge. Itong si Gary David nakapuntos kanina. Siya pa rin may hawak ng bola ngayon. 10 puntos na po para kay El Granada. Dinoble na ngayon si Onuaku. Amer, pinagsak ulit kay Onuaku. Gary for 3.
Mabungalin na ba si Raba Aluseni, no? Dun sa dugout. Well, one thing that'll help him is painkillers. Sigurado bibigyan niya ng anti-inflammatory and painkiller to be able to see and probably loosen it up. They'll probably ice it first and then see kung makakabalik pa siya dito sa larong ito.
And not show him the video of that. 32-28 is the score. Mac Baracayal ang ating bisita sa ating free throw line. Able to get the first, and syempre itong si Mac Baracayal in that last game showing signs of what he can really bring to this team. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists para sa Mac attack. And this is what Phoenix and Barako at the time were hoping can bring to this team.
I really feel for players na, alam mo, highly touted when they were in college. and then really trying to find their way in the PBA. You know, you want them to succeed. You want them to put in that hard work, game in and game out. Na kahit masama yung laro nila, they'll still work. And then when they have a good game, you hope that they can build on it.
Yes.
Mac Baracael, you know, had a fancy career in FEU. Nagkilas pa yan.
Yes.
So you know, andun yung talent eh. You just hope that this will probably be this situation for him na mapamalas niya yung kanyang talent.
Baracael sa poste kontra kay Cliff Hodge. Spinning, fading, and got it in.
Already with 6 points now, and you know that's one thing. Yung kay RR Garcia, about 33 points siya, naka-15 nung previous game. So you want to be able to have these players, guys that you know have it in them, to be able to score and help your team make it a lot easier.
And both of those guys were superstars sa FEU. RR Garcia, former MVP. As Rodney Brundial hits that three-pointer and keeps the three fingers up all throughout his entire walk down.
Well, Brundial wasn't a superstar in college,
Yes.
but a hard worker. And look at the hard work that he's been doing, really helping him out also in his PBA career.
Kari, nasundutan. Urbistondo may tanga ng bola ngayon. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Baracael, got it!
Don't give him the ball. Come on. Maturity, man. Go by yourself. Stop Baracael. Stay in the zone. You got to shut him down now. Stay in the zone. Like once we post up in the zone, we got to know that. Stay in the zone.
Back to the action we go. Arinzio Nawaku sa poste. There's that double again. And forcing that ball out of his hands. Newsome, binagsak ulit kay Onuaku. Dinipat, Karam, or rather Baser, missing on the three. Hodge, cleanup, no! Baracael off and running. Gets the contact, and that's an offensive foul. Gigil ng konti.
No, you'll take that. You know, he's had a good quarter. 9 in total so far for Baracael in this quarter. And makakuha siya ng offensive foul na gano'n. It's okay.
We'll take it. Garcia with a total 11 points. And then you have Baracael with 9. Great showing so far for both of them. Reynel Hugnatan, pinasok na po ni Coach Norman Black. Amer kontra kay Monfort. Hodge driving, offensive foul din sa kabila.
Makabawi.
Oo.
Ito si Mac Baracael. And that's what you want. You know, makakuha ka ng mag-turnover ka on one end. Balikan mo naman sa kabila with a good stop.
And it looks like Mac Baracael is having a lot of fun playing basketball.
And it looks like he's a little bit lighter.
Oo.
Diba? He's in better shape this conference.
Iba talaga pag nag-i-enjoy ka ulit mag-basketball, no?
Yun ang importante, ha? It doesn't matter how much you're getting paid. If you're not having fun, mahirap to put in the extra work.
Oo. Another offensive foul on the other end. Si JC Intal naman ang mapipituan. Intal still scoreless in this game. He's got 2 fouls, though. And I believe we have a timeout on the floor. It will be of these 30-second kind. Itong Phoenix Petroleum able to keep that lead, weather the storm galing sa Meralco. And you have to hand it to players like Mac Baracael that just kept pushing all throughout.
Well, you look at Baracael, you look at Brondial. These two guys are really the main cogs para dito sa Phoenix in this second quarter.
And coming up next, dito sa TV5 po, ang Rain or Shine Elasto Painters taking on the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. You see Greg Slaughter already getting ready for it. Take a look at this dunk a while ago by Rinzeo Nawaku. And this cool play is brought to you by Hitachi. 3 world-class innovations, 1 name in air conditioning. Hitachi. Wala na pong 4 na minuto na iwan sa ating first half. 12-point lead for the Fuel Masters kontra sa Bolts. But the Bolts will have possession right now. Interesting to note, Jimmy Alapag, hindi po nakasuit up nung last game. Ngayon din, naka-civilian po siya sa bench ng Meralco Bolts. Nathan kontra kay Brundial. Loses it. stepping on the line is Hodge, so turnover after turnover after turnover. As you see, Renzo Nawaku leading so far on our shout count. And the player with the most yes shouts by the end of the game will be the Shouters' Choice Player of the Game, to be announced on Sports5.ph after we are all said and done. So it's Wilson, kasama niya si RR, JC Intal, Chico Lanete, as well as Andrew Adelecki. So balik na naman sa starting five itong Phoenix Petroleum. Lanete, binigay kay Garcia. Adelecki with the pick. Garcia pa rin na may tanga ng bola. Wilson against Sugnatan. Adelecki, pump fake, and that's a 24-second shot clock violation.
Makikita mo nangyari kay Adelecki. Pagkatapat niya si Onuaku, yung pivot niya hindi paloob, palabas. Because itong si Onuaku is actually, big and heavy, hindi niya maurong ng basta-basta.
But before that 24-second shot clock violation, napituhan ng foul itong si Arinze Onuaku. Getting confirmation right now. No foul. It will be called as 24-second shot clock violation. Coach Norman Black was not happy with the initial call. Pero ngayon masaya na siya kasi nabalik
okay na siya.
Okay na. Kalmado na. Amer humingi ng pick. Driving all the way, and that's a foul, and that's an unsportsmanlike foul called on Chico Lanete.
One thing, you're in the professional league, and one thing that Commissioner Narvasa has made clear that, he is really looking at building, guys like Steph Curry.
Yes.
When you say that, meaning guys who work hard, who have that complete image of being a professional basketball player.
Can uphold the image of the league, where no matter what you do, it's a 10-point of a differential between Phoenix and Meralco. 3 minuto na lang po naiwan sa ating first half. Wilson, wide open 15-foot jumper is money.
Willie Wilson, ever since he got to the Philippines, yan na yung jump shot niya. That's always been money for him ever since 1998.
Hindi naman natin sabihin ko anong year. Hindi, ano naman siya nun eh.
Rookie year na yun. Ako, last year ko na nun.
Ugnatan off the glass and finishing. Reynel Ugnatan to cut the lead back down to 10. Garcia. And that's a foul on Ugnatan colliding with Willie Wilson.
Ugnatan, one of the toughest, undersized big men that I've ever played against. Ang galing niya kasing gumamit ng kamay niya, left and right. And then even he has tremendous footwork. He has a decent jump shot. And just so smart altogether.
And he is actually, sa lahat po ng mga PBA players, isa siya sa mga pinakamagandang shoe collection sa lahat.
Ay, oo, ang tindi niyan.
Grabe!
Ang tindi niyan. Mahilig talaga
Mahilig
sa sapatos.
sa sapatos, oo.
Baka mas maganda pa yung shoe collection niya kaysa dun sa may mga tindahan.
Oo.
Diba?
And it goes well with the hair.
Yeah.
11-point lead now. Meralco trying to cut through that. Ugnatan, binigay kay Amer. Nakahanap ng puwang, and the floater is in again. The hammer with the soft floater.
Oh, Baser Amer, he played so well in the college ranks. And, they're hoping that, masakit yung nangyari sa kanila, di ba?
Oh.
His last year, di sila nanalo. But you're hoping that he's able, because a lot of people were talking about him, being...
High school pa lang.
Oo, di ba? Highly touted na siya. Him being the next, great point guard in the PBA. You just hope that he's put in a situation to be able to really, maximize his talent. At napakalaking bagay na kasama niya si Jimmy Alapag kasi natuturuan siya bigla.
And that was another thing that I wanted to discuss. How important is it na hindi lang Jimmy Alapag, may Coach Ronnie Magsano ka rin dyan.
Hindi lang yun. Alam mo, tingnan mo pa yung ibang assistant coaches. You have Luigi Trillo, who's also a point guard. Yung team manager nila, point guard din yan. Si Paolo and Coach Jamay Karin, has handled a lot of point guards as well. So ang daming inputs na mabibigay sa'yo. Which is so crucial because meron kang hindi mga nakikita eh.
And Baser Amer is the type of player na nakikinig naman yung bata eh. As Baser couldn't get that one in. Baser Amer is never really known as that player na, hindi, alam ko na lahat, okay na ako. He's always been a very level-headed player. Garcia. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Intal for 3. Still no go and still scoreless. Ito si JC Intal. Newsom. Pinagsak ngayon kay Onuaku. Arinze, linipat kay Hodge. Hugnatan jumper is in.
That was actually good defense by Phoenix. And Hugnatan just knocking down that jumper. But they were all over the place that time. At yung Onuaku nga, hindi talaga nila binibigyan ng chance na makaposte.
Hindi pa nga siya gumagalaw. Bagsak
Andun
na
agad,
double.
diba?
Oo. Garcia kontra kay Hugnatan.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. But Onuaku making sure that no highlight was made. Ano daw? Hindi ko alam kung ano yun. Here comes Newsom on the other end. Turnover for the Phoenix.
Oh, this is something, you know, we talk about maximizing talent. Once they figure out, I mean, yung teammates ni, itong si Baser Amer and Chris Newsom, if they're able to really lead that fast break, they're gonna get a lot more points.
Onuaku with a block. Oh, Newsom keeping it, and a great hustle play by Nunu.
Yung ganung hustle, di ba? Guy, nakaupo ngayon yung Dillinger. You know, Cliff Hodge, these are the guys that can run the fast break. But if you're able to do that, you have that rim protector now, and then you have a play like that by Newsom. These are the plays that will get you back into the ball game.
And those are the plays that you didn't see last conference.
Yes.
That's what winning does to a team.
Pag natatalo ka, bigat ng paa mo eh.
Oo. Newsom, Amer, joining Hugnatan, Onuaku at Gary David. Shot clock has been turned off.
Kita mo, Gary David just looking at trying to get the ball inside, pero nandun naka-adjust na agad yung depensa.
Lanete with an incredible steal again. And that is, I think, around 8 points that he's all had, all in that fast break. Amer at the buzzer, no. And that'll wrap up the first half of action. 47-40 lamang po ang undefeated Phoenix Fuel Masters kontra sa undefeated Meralco Bolts heading in to our halftime break. We'll cut to that Moneyball Sports 360 Blitz sa aming pagbabalik.